Reports are out, Manchester United need a new number 8. No shit, Sherlock. Of course Man United need a new number 8. So this report this morning from Sky talking about United looking at number 10 and number 9 and number 8 and a winger. I'm like, where have you been? Look, there is an element of truth to this. Obviously, we've seen pictures of Matthias Cunha now getting ready for his medical, leaving the Lowry Hotel, the famous hotel in Manchester City Centre, for anyone who doesn't know. This is where players go before they actually sign, so rubber stamping that one out of the way. But the report about Manchester United needing a number 8, I think everybody knows this, but Manchester United now having to look at the loan market. Now, straight away, I don't have an issue with this. I really don't. I think United need to be clever this transfer window. But I'm going to ask you a question straight out the back here now. And you answer this the best way you can. Who is going to give Manchester United their number 8? Or who is going to loan anybody to Manchester United in their time of need to help them out? And the answer to that is absolutely nobody. United are going to have to be clever. And straight away there, you're already thinking, like, who can Manchester United bring in? What midfielder can United bring in on loan? And you're questioning yourself, aren't you? Because you know there's players out there, but then you're thinking, who the hell is going to help Manchester United out and give them their number 8? Because United, let's be honest, we cannot just go out and buy any 8. Even if we're loaning somebody, it's going to have to be someone decent. So, yes, we get the 10 in. Yes, hopefully we get a striker in. Maybe another 10 and then loan out a number 8. It's starting to make sense and starting to push me into thinking that Bruno Fernandes is staying at Manchester United. Again, every time I hear a story at the moment, from 2 days ago when it looked like he was rubber stamped, ready to go, all the noises coming out since that last game have been to push Bruno away from moving to Al Hilal. Just the vibe I get. I mean, you tell me of what you've seen. The only report I've seen so far today is the one from TalkSport saying that Bruno Fernandes has until Friday and he's giving serious consideration to it. TikTok, there's another day, there's another day, there's another day. It's the same bleeding report. And the longer it takes, the more I think he's going to stay at Manchester United. Simple as. So, United then moving into a number 8. Like we discussed this morning, Gonçalves, for instance, from Sporting, is still a target even if Bruno stays. United need an 8. And that for me, I look at, and it pushes Kobbie Mainoo out. It pushes Alejandro Garnacho out of Manchester United automatically as well. Because if Bruno stays and we buy another 10, like we said this morning about Brian and Bumo, then there's no room for Garnacho or Mainoo in a short season when we haven't got as many games. Squad rotation won't be as necessary, and I see both of them players going. I'm not trying to push them out of the door before anybody jumps down my throat, but I'm thinking about it there and I'm going, right, okay, if United aren't going to go for an 8, and let's concentrate on this loan first of all. Who can it be? Douglas Luiz from Juventus is one that I thought of straight away. Loan him out with an option to buy. You can't really lose anything there. And he's Premier League proven. You're not having to commit to him. And Juventus might want Rasmus Højlund in return. Now you start to think where I'm at. And that alone, for me, starts to click things into gear. And I start to think, okay, Douglas Luiz, not a great season for Juventus. Not fantastic injury record, but as another midfielder to come in, to work alongside the likes of Bruno, Ugarte, Collier, Casemiro, if he stays as well, Sekou Kone coming through, maybe Douglas Luiz can play 30 games a season and isn't necessarily a problem for Manchester United on the injury front because we can nurse him through. And that, for me, is one that would click into gear straight away. Him and Gonçalves, again, another box-to-box midfielder who can play several positions, to be honest, Gonçalves. But I think in midfield, central midfield, there's a player there that can control a game. He's very, very good. He was excellent under Ruben Amorim, like we said this morning. But in all of that, really, you're really struggling to find a number 8 on loan anywhere. Look, there are options. And there is, when it comes to loans, this brings the surprise package into it, which is why I've thrown Douglas Luiz in there. Gonçalves, they're the two midfielders that I can think of at the moment. Other targets that United are going for, you're not going to get Joe Bellingham. You're not going to get Hugo Larsson from Frankfurt either, who United have also been linked with. There are several midfielders out there that United could possibly get on loan, but it's going to be of the, I think, the problematic side of things, like someone who isn't as wanted at a football club to come to Manchester United. Is that what we want? Is it just a case of another body in at Manchester United? Who can United loan? And I feel like we are going to neglect this number 8 role. And the whole purpose of this video is to pinpoint that fact that Manchester United are looking everywhere but 8 at the moment. And I understand the forward line is the most important part of Manchester United's team right now that needs to be sorted and needs to be improved. And yes, we are looking at the right players, I feel. And if Victor Gyökeres does come off, then fantastic. That's great. That's the perfect striker. Osimhen, just the same. I don't know who else past that to United could go out and get. I think Sesko is a far cry from the reports from yesterday. Still, I don't see him coming to United, even with the Vivel factor. But United obviously are in desperate need of a number 8, and I don't want us to forget about that position because it's huge. And as much as I love Bruno Fernandes, I would rather him be playing at number 10 than at number 8. But if you're bringing 2 10s in, then Bruno's going to be pushed into 8. And if United don't sell Bruno, then everything changes again. And the quality of midfield that I think we bring in is not going to be necessarily, I don't think anyway, and you tell me in the comments, the right type of midfielder United need. So this report from Sky about what Manchester United need, and United looking into the loan market because funds are low, tells me Bruno isn't leaving. Manchester United feel like they have got to prioritise the front line, and they can maybe go out and find somebody who isn't a long-term project and somebody that's going to be the face of the future of Manchester United. Look, in all of this, you could try and adapt Kobbie Mainoo into a central midfielder and forget about needing to go and buy someone. But as we've seen, Kobbie Mainoo in 2 seasons is not reliable enough in that number 8 role and isn't the quality enough. Kobbie Mainoo is a better 10. But it tells you something that Ruben Amorim is looking at bringing in 2 10s when we've already got Amad, Garnacho, Zirkzee, Bruno and Kobbie Mainoo there. And he wants to bring 2 more in. I honestly, I said this before, do not be surprised to see Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo leave Manchester United this summer because of this. And on Garnacho, the prices that are being brandished around at the moment, I mean, I know he's a problem. And I know that Manchester United want to sell him. But have we just opened up the floodgates for everybody to come in and bid us in the balls? Because we're hearing right now that he's not going to be short of suitors. Napoli apparently are leading the way for Garnacho. Chelsea have reinvested their interest after what Garnacho has told his agent. That was the morning report that he now wants to stay in the Premier League and possibly go to Chelsea. You've also got the Leverkusen factor, the Atletico Madrid factor. You've also got Juventus being interested apparently as well now. So there is a lot of interest in Garnacho. But the price going around, I just think it's too cheap. It's way too cheap. I mean, looking at this, I'm looking at like 40 million quid for Garnacho. Like, I understand like he is a problem right now. Has this price come out of thin air, or is this price simply because Manchester United have actually come out and said that Garnacho has to find another football club? And we say this all along, like, who leaked this from Manchester United? Because there's no way that Ruben Amorim deliberately said that he wanted Garnacho out of his football club and to air that out to the world. There's no way. Ornstein has been told. There is a reason behind this. There must be, because Ornstein's not a type of journalist that's just going to run off leaks from people inside Manchester United. He will know and will be told by Manchester United. So this baffles me even more. We're actually devaluing Garnacho. I think the quicker a deal can get done, the better the value we can get for Garnacho, honestly. And that's another question I want to ask you in the comments as well. Like, how much is Garnacho actually worth for Manchester United? What would you take for Garnacho after what you've seen, the issues that he's got, and obviously the problem with Ruben Amorim as well? And put it all together and don't just look at what happens on the pitch, because Garnacho's numbers will probably tell you that he should be more with his age and what he's on wage-wise. He should be getting a lot more for him, but ultimately, it does come down to the circumstances, and that is that he is a problem at United for Ruben, and Ineos must back Ruben Amorim this summer. So there you go. Round all that together. Garnacho, too cheap. Manchester United looking to loan a number 8 because Bruno is staying. No update on him. Gonçalves, Douglas Luiz. What midfielder would you want at Manchester United on loan? Can you think of one that you think we could possibly do a loan deal for? And let's not forget, United could put obligations and options to buy in these deals. So let's just see. The 2 obvious ones that jump out for me are Gonçalves and obviously Luiz, because we've been linked with him before, and both of the connections between clubs, i.e. Ruben Sporting and Juventus wanting United players, could come into the play here. So let me know what you think on that one as well, everybody. And get your comments in below. Give this video a like and make sure that you hit that subscribe button that's up on your screen right now, everybody. Thank you so much for your support even. Never mind the reports. I'll see you all later on in the evening show.